All right, hi baseball fans. I know it's getting a bit of a late start here, but that's okay. This is for all the hardcores anyhow. So it's 12:03 a.m. and we continue here with the Castro McGregor League. And tonight we'll have the 1915 Phillies versus the 1916 Red Sox. The Phillies 35 and 24, a half game back of first place behind the 1902 Pittsburgh Pirates. And the Phillies will be facing the 1916 Red Sox. They are 27 and 29. At home, they're 14 wins, 12 losses. Philadelphia will send Erskine Meyer to the hill, and the Boston Red Sox will counter with Babe Ruth. Meyer is 2-2 on the season with a 3.61 earned run average. Ruth is 9-7 with a 2.62 earned run average. So let's get to the ballpark. And there's Bernie. Bernie, I hope you're feeling better. I know last night you said you weren't feeling so well and kind of cut out. It was an electrifying ending to that game last night that we did, White Sox and Tigers. It ended in beautiful dead ball fashion in extra innings, so it was a good one. I loved it. All right, here we go. For the 1915 Philadelphia Phillies, it will be Possum Witted, Milt Stock, Fred Luderus, Gavy Kravitz, Beals Becker, and Bill Killifer, Bobby Byrne, Bernd Niehoff, and Erskine Meyer. For the Red Sox of 1916, Dick Kablitzel, Chuck Shorten and Tilly Walker, Larry Gardner, Duffy Lewis, Pinch Thomas, Everett Scott, Mike McNally, and Babe Ruth. All right, well, I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better, Bernie. Just take care of yourself, man. Take care of yourself. All right, looks like we're doing above third and action cameras overview. Let's get to the ballpark. So Fenway Park, attendance today 3,887. We have clear skies. It is 64 degrees, and the wind is blowing out to right at 12 miles per hour. And let me fix the sound. It's always the thing I forget to do with anything, actually. There we go. And here we are at Fenway Park. Babe Ruth finishing his warm-up pitches as Possum Witted steps in. Witted hitting 271 in the season, 13 runs batted in. Let's take a little trip around Fenway and get the festivities started. And here we go. Babe Ruth winds and fires, and Possum Witted grounds this one to third. And the throw across the diamond by Larry Gardner for the clean 5-3 putout. So 1 up, 1 down now. As Milt Stock steps to the plate, the Phillies' third baseman, hitting 322 ribbies, including a home run. And so Bernie's saying he's hoping that he will get better so that he can do a 1914 broadcast on the 20th of October, this coming Friday. Absolutely, Bernie. We're moving because we're going to move I'll be able to catch that because we're moving the Greavy draft to Sunday, I believe. And there's Ken Castro, reason to celebrate. That is number 2 win tonight for the 2023 Philadelphia Phillies. All right, Milt Stock stands in against Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth into his wind, and here is the delivery by Ruth. And Milt Stock grounds this one to second base, and gloving it easily is Mike McNally, and he will fire on to Dick Blitzel for out number 2. So Babe Ruth right now in cruise control in these first 2 batters, and here's the first baseman, Fred Luderus. So these Phillies, just a half game back of the 1902 Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates will be facing the 1910 Athletics in their next game. All right, so Luderus in the season hitting .288 with 26 runs batted in, including 3 trips downtown. The lefty stands in, lefty-lefty matchup. Here's Ruth winds and fires the 1-1 pitch. And Fred Luderus base hit into right field. So Phillies pick up a hit here in the top of the first. And that will bring up Gavy Kravitz. Kravitz having a superb year in this dead ball in 19th Century League. Kravitz hitting .353 with 53 runs batted in and 12 round trippers. Ruth studies Kravitz, has the sign now from catcher Pinch Thomas. Here's the delivery to Kravitz. Kravitz swings, and this one sent to left on a line, and this will get down for a base hit. Fred Luderus will be held at second, so 2-1 for the Phillies here in this half of the first. And stepping in now is left fielder Beals Becker, hitting a rather tepid 226. He has 29 runs batted in and 4 dingers for him. So Luderus at second, Kravitz at first. Ruth's 0-1 delivery to Beals Becker. Becker cuts on this one, just a routine grounder to first. De Kablitzel will slide a bit to his left and take it to the bag himself for out number 3. 2 base runners in the inning, 2 hits for the Phillies. They do not bring them around. We go to the bottom of the first. The 1915 Phillies nothing, and the 1916 Boston Red Sox coming to bat, and leading off here against Erskine Meyer will be the first baseman Dick Kablitzel, hitting 264, 14 ribbies, including a home run, as Ken is asking Bernie how he's feeling. Erskine Meyer ready to deal. Here is the wind and the 1-0 pitch. And this one, fly ball into left field, and running in and making the catch is Beals Becker out there in the left pasture. So 1 up, 1 down now for Chick Shorten. Chick Shorten hitting 261, 17 ribbies. And again, hey, there is Tex Ags. Yep. Late one tonight, absolutely. I'm never sure when Legends is going to broadcast, so I kind of try to hold off as late as I can, but when it starts to get this late and I want to get a game in, then I want to get a game in. All right, here's Chick Shorten. Here's the delivery. And Chick Shorten swings this one high, pop fly on the infield, and ranging in from third base, measuring it up and bringing it down is Milt Stock. So 2 up and 2 down for the center fielder for the Boston Red Sox. Tilly Walker hitting 263 with 20 runs batted in. Meyer with the 1-2 pitch. Walker, big cut and a miss. So beautiful change up there. 1, 2, 3, go the Red Sox, and we go to the top of the second inning, and we are scoreless here in Boston. Rabbit Killifer will lead it off, the catcher here for Philadelphia, hitting 242 with 13 runs batted in. Really excited. Pocket Pennant Run should be arriving this week. I already have the PDF version of it, read through the rules. Looks like fun. So I'm going to be using Digital Diamond Baseball as a companion for it. But probably show the game off a little bit. PDF version, not the physical version. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not really much into rolling dice on a camera. Nothing wrong with my hands. I use them for a living, but as a magician. But I'll let you guys know what I think about it. Cousin Ken thinks it's a fun game. Dave Gardner seems to be a big fan of it. So I want to ease back into some cards and dice offline, at least. But if I can use Digital Diamond as a companion and not have to shuffle around cards and stuff like that, that'll be fun. So looking forward to playing it. And it has every damn season available. And I'm really excited to get access to the PRR Manager disc. That thing is like crazy in depth. I might even use that as a research tool. So looking forward to it. And by the way, I doubt he's listening at this point, but I want to give a hats off to Dave Gardner. I was watching a video today that he did with Digital Diamond Baseball. He didn't do it today. I was watching it today. And nice little tip there for the notes section. He actually put in the player ratings in Digital Diamond Baseball for pocket pennant runs. So now it even appeals to me further. So Cousin Ken, I'm not going to go back to completely hardcore cards and dice, but I am going to use a digital helper. But it's working really nice for Dwayne Martz, and really looking forward to doing some dead ball and some 1920s and 1930s in pocket pennant run. All right, Babe Ruth ready to deal. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Bill Killifer. And the Rabbit lays off the 3-1 pitch. Ball 4, fastball missing away by Ruth. And there is Clinton Parks. Welcome in, Clinton. I tell you what, Tex, it's $14.95 for the print and play PDF, and it's $20 for the physical game. And you get access to that software, and you don't have to buy seasons for the game. It's got everything from 1871 to present. It's got all-time great rosters. It's ridiculous what it has. So, really looking forward to that. And the ESPN Baseball Encyclopedia on its way to me too. So hopefully they'll both be here by the end of the week. All right, back to game action. Here's Bobby Byrne now. The Philadelphia shortstop is hitting 290 with 12 ribbies. Bill Killefer is on at first. Babe Ruth with a check of the runner. Here's the 0-1 delivery to Bobby Byrne. Byrne swings, and this one a little floater out to center field, but that's going to hang up. Tilly Walker gets under it and makes the catch. So Killefer remains at first, and that will bring up Bert Niehoff, second baseman, hitting 301, 10 runs batted in. Once again, congratulations to the 2023 Philadelphia Phillies, man. Swinging the lumber like the Buccos lumber company in the 1970s and doing it up right. All right, Babe Ruth deals. And the runner goes. Killefer going for second, and there will be no throw as Pinch Thomas unable to get the ball out of his glove, so Killefer picks up the stolen base. Runner in scoring position, one away. Ruth's 1-2 delivery to Niehoff. Niehoff, big swing and a miss. Good old-fashioned Baltimore fastball there by the saloon keeper's son for out number 2. Brings up the pitcher, Erskine Meyer. Meyer hitting pretty decently for a pitcher. 3 for 12 overall in the season with 5 runs batted in, hitting .250. Babe Ruth with the 2-2 pitch. Meyer swings. This one grounder to first. And waving off the pitcher, taking it to the bag himself, is Dick Hablitzel. So no runs, no hits, a runner left in scoring position. We remain scoreless as we go to the bottom of the second. And I don't think, hopefully this one isn't going to turn out as crazy as last night's 1917 White Sox 1915 Tigers game. That was one for the record books. So you're waiting on the Bill James book to arrive. There's Aaron Reed. Welcome in, Aaron. And Clinton says he put National Pastime Next Generation Plus in Digital Diamond. So don't play a lot. A little light on plays for me. Remember those crazies in APA and National Pastime. We have 81 plays. For a squeeze play, Digital Diamond has 1 success, 4 else. No, I get it. I definitely get it. Again, I'm using it. I'm going to be using it just the way that Dwayne does it with APA, just typing in the result. Basically, that's all. It's a way for me to, because I don't have a lot of room up here and cats, to have cards out and everything like that. So definitely be using Digital Diamond for that. But I get where you're coming from, Clinton, certainly. And like I said, this is a game to ease me back into cards and dice. I don't want anything jump right into anything heavy. And the nice thing about Digital Diamond is Status Pro's in there. So when the time comes. And that's fast action card stuff, which I always loved anyhow. Larry Gardner, Duffy Lewis, and Pinch Thomas due up for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the second. Larry Gardner is hitting .301 in the season. He has batted in 26. The 1-1 pitch now to Larry Gardner. And Gardner swings, line drive, base hit, center field. And that will be the first hit for the 1916 Boston Red Sox in the contest. And Duffy Lewis, he of the famous Cliff in left field. Lewis hitting .283, 31 runs batted in. Meyer checks the runner and deals. The runner goes. Lewis gets the bunt down to the mound. And Meyer with the bare hand throw and fires on to first. So sacrifice by Duffy Lewis is successful. Larry Gardner moving into scoring position. We are scoreless here in Boston, bottom of the second. And batting now is the catcher, Pinch Thomas, hitting a healthy .287 with 20 runs batted in as my cats go ape shit over here. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Pinch Thomas swings, and this one a sinking liner into center field. This will go down for a base hit. And Tilly Walker is up with it and makes the strong throw home. So Larry Gardner will be held at third. Pinch Thomas at first, 2-1. 1 down now for the shortstop, Everett Scott, hitting .294. 17 runs batted in, and he has gone yard twice. Meyer works out of the stretch, and the 1-0 delivery. And Everett Scott swings. This one, a little shallow fly ball to center field. Ranging it up as Possum Whitted makes the catch, the throw home, and the tag. And Larry Gardner is out. Great outfield assist by Possum Whitted to get Larry Gardner. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on. We go to the top of the third. We're scoreless. Let's have a look at that great play by Possum Whitted in center field. So good hard peg to the plate, and they get him. All right, top of the third now for the Philadelphia Phillies, and we're back at the top of the order, and here is Possum Witted. Tonight's player of note, by the way, will be Gavi Kravith. So Gavi Kravith, when we get to Gavi, we will pause the action and do a little read on Gavi Kravith. As we do in these out-of-the-park baseball games. We're going to be doing the same for the Ned McGreevy League as well, whether it's in this game, or in out-of-the-park baseball action PC, and I'm actually considering possibly doing it for baseball for Windows. So if there's not a big demand for the file, that leaves me a lot of leeway, possibly even Diamond Mine too. So not sure yet. Not sure yet. We will talk about that before draft night. All right, Possum Witted is nothing for one. Babe Ruth ready to deal. There's a strikeout in this game. Here's the delivery. Witted swings, and this one a soft fly ball lofted to left, and camping under it and making the easy catch is Duffy Lewis. Yeah, nice chuck to the dish. How about it? All right, and coming in there now is Milt Stock. Babe Ruth deals. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Stock swings, and this one wrapped into the gap in left center field. Extra bases, bouncing up against the Lifebuoy sign. And Milt Stock, will he stop at second? He will indeed. So a one-out double, and the Phillies are the runner in scoring position. And Milt Stock has some pretty good speed, and that brings up Fred Luderus, who is a pretty good bat. He is 1 for 1 today. A single scores Stock easily. Babe Ruth with the 1-1 delivery. Luderus swings, and this one just a flare out to center field. Measuring it up in this little bit of a window we have here at Fenway is Tilly Walker. So 2 away now, and we are at Gavi Kravith, and this is where we will pause. And we will go to the Biographical Encyclopedia of Baseball, done by the editors of Total Baseball, published by Sports Illustrated. So Gavi Kravith, we're going to talk about Gavi Kravith. Definitely a Hall of Very Good. So give me a moment here, guys, while I page through, past Johnny Callis in, and there's George Case. There's a guy we don't see a lot on this channel. We're going to have to do a game that features George Case. Good player. Friends with his grandson on Facebook, actually. Or is it his son? I'm trying to remember which it is now. Really, really nice guy. Really nice guy. So. And there's Harry Kovaleski. We saw him last night. Pitched a barn burner. Okay, here we go, guys. Gavi Kravith. Let me find my accoutrement here. Clint, you should be happy with my sometimes proper French. All right. So, Clifford Carlton Kravith. All right. He was born March 23rd, 1881 in Escondido, California. Died May 23rd, 1963 in Laguna Beach, California. Made his major league debut on April 18th, 1908 with the Boston Red Sox. Batted right through right. 5'10 and a half, 186 pounds. So Gavi Kravith was baseball's leading home run hitter during the dead ball era. Pitchers dominated the game during the first 2 decades of the 20th century, and even the greatest hitters seldom reached double figures in home runs. But in one season, Kravith slugged a remarkable 24 homers and 2 others hit 19. Although his record soon paled in comparison to Babe Ruth's exploits, Kravith played with a much different ball than Ruth did during his greatest seasons. Kravith retired just as a livelier ball was introduced in 1920. Kravith stood only 5 feet 10 inches and weighed 186 pounds, yet he could still knock a baseball that had the resilience of a rock out of the ballpark. He was not strictly a pull hitter, which he used to his advantage in the intimate confines of the Philadelphia Phillies Baker Bowl, where a ball hit down the right field line could travel only 272 feet. He failed his first major league trial with 3 different teams over parts of 2 seasons, but after several strong minor league seasons, he was purchased by the Phillies for $9,000 in 1912. He was 31 years old when he played his first full major league season. In 1913, he blossomed into the league's most feared power hitter, leading the circuit with 19 homers, 179 hits, and a remarkable 128 runs batted in, 33 more than anyone else. His .341 average, a career high, was second only to league leader Jake Daubert. Sometimes called Cactus because of an abrasive and gruff personality, he could also be congenial and modest. He enjoyed practical jokes and clubhouse banter. One of his favorite targets was tall left-hander Epirixia, a southerner whom he constantly twitted with references to the Civil War. In 1915, he and first baseman Fred Luderus provided enough power to let a strong pitching staff led by Grover Alexander to take the Phillies to their first National League pennant. Cravath hit 24 home runs and drove in 115, both league highs. His 89 runs scored, 86 walks, and 393 on base average also led the league. On August 8th, he tied a still-standing big league record by smacking 4 doubles in one game. Alexander won the opening game of the 1915 World Series 3-1, scattering 8 Boston hits. The Red Sox then took 4 straight one-run decisions to win the World Championship. In the first inning of the 5th and final game, Philadelphia's first 3 batters reached base. Cravath had worked the count to 3-2 when manager Pat Moran inexplicably flashed him the bunt sign. His roller to the pitcher turned into a double play, ruining what could have been a big Phillies inning. Philadelphia finished second the next 2 seasons and then began spiraling downward in the standings. Cravath tied for the league lead in home runs in 1917 with 12, then won the title the next 2 years with 8 in 1918 and 12 in 1919 when he played in only 83 games. So that's Gabby Cravath, and I do know, though it's not included in this, Gabby Cravath would go on to become a judge. So 1,220 games, 3,951 lifetime at-bats, 575 runs scored, 1,134 hits, 119 career home runs, 719 runs batted in, an on-base percentage of .380, a slugging percentage of .478, and a lifetime batting average of .287. So that is Clifford Carlton Gavy Cravath. So again, a Hall of Very Good, and the dead ball home run king. All right, guys, thanks for indulging me as we remember these players as we go along. Okay. So he's talking about replays. Replays as in replay of the play, not replay as in replay. Okay. So Ken Castro, talking about Gabby Cravath, says some fans began yelling "Gaviota," the Spanish word for bird, and before long the outfielder was Gabby. Thank you, cousin, for that little addition. All right, 2 down, and dead balls home run king at the plate, facing for the longest time baseball's home run king on the mound. Babe Ruth with the 2-1 delivery now to Gabby Cravath. And Cravath swings, and this one just a little shallow fly ball out to right field. And Chick Shorten will make the catch. So the inning over for the Phillies. They leave one in the scoring position. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. We have no score here at a very young Fenway Park. Mike McNally will lead it off for the Red Sox, followed by Babe Ruth, who has a hot bat of late. And then back at the top of the order in first baseman Dick Blitzel. Mike McNally on the season hitting just 173 with 15 runs batted in. He does have 2 home runs, however. Erskine Meyer with the 1-2 pitch. McNally, big cut and a miss. Strike 3. Nice changeup there by Erskine Meyer for his 2nd strikeout of the game. And it brings up Babe Ruth. So 7 RBI, 1 home run. Here's the delivery. Ruth swings in the first pitch, and this one, grounder up the middle for a base hit. Ruth rounds first and holds. So these teams now tied in hits. Ruth on first, and we're back at the top of the order for Dick Blitzel, who is 0 for 1. Meyer looking to turn 2. Here's the 0-1. Blitzel swings, grounded to second, 4, 6, and 3. It's the inning-ending double play, the pitcher's best friend. So the Red Sox pick up a hit, but everybody's raced on the double play. We go to the top of the 4th, and we are scoreless here at Fenway. Babe Ruth will face Beals Becker, Rabbit Killefer, and Bobby Byrne. Beals Becker, 0 for 1. Babe Ruth ready to deal. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Becker. Grounded out to first as last time. Grounder deep to second this time. Not a problem. Mike McNally will fire it on to Dick Blitzel for out number 1. Rabbit Killefer now. who walked against Ruth his last time up. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And this one, little roller to short. And gobbled up at short. Everett Scott, holding on to the ball, had no chance to get it out of his glove. And they're going to award Killiford the infield hit. Hit number 4 for the Philadelphia Phillies, and it brings up Bobby Burns, somebody that we do have to, we definitely have to feature Bobby Burns some night, a forgotten player. So Bobby Byrne in there now. He is 0 for 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Byrne swings, and this one looped right to second, and McNally making the nice catch. So Killiford can't get anywhere. He'll remain at first. And Bert Niehoff, nothing for 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And the runner goes. Killiford is caught dead to rights. So Thomas now has, in 82 attempts, has gunned down 42 runners. Side retired, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on. And we will go to the home half of the 4th inning here at Fenway. And we are scoreless. Texag says, regarding Pocket Pennant Run, can you order printed cards or just PDF? And are the seasons in the PPR manager software? How does that work? So the seasons are in there, and you print them from there. Basically is how it works, and it's got everything. Now, the other thing you can do is you can print them. If you don't want to use like you want to print out paper, you can print them to an Excel spreadsheet and do them that way as well. So, yeah, the printed cards are the specialty sets, like the all-time rosters and stuff. But seasons, they're right there. And again, looking at the cards, it's not like you're going to burn your printer out on these cards at all. So, yep. Yeah, only PDF, but again, I know for me, I'm not going to be, I did order the all-time roster set, just for the feel of the cards, but for the most part, I'm going to be doing it digitally, rolling the dice properly, but, doing most of the game digitally just to get a little bit more of a fun experience till I get my own flat and everything, and then that's when I'm going to actually start printing out seasons and replaying and talking to Cousin Ken and Clinton about the joys of rolling the dice once again. So, all right. What's this 150-page yearbook? What's this? What? Wait, you guys are talking about. So, an APA guy that Ken knows put out a 150-plus page yearbook from one of his replays. Oh, cool. Loaded with sabermetrics and stuff like that. Oh, that is cool. Tell you what, Texags, for $20 for the physical game, and what I would do if I were you, spend the extra $9, $10, and pick up the all-time roster set with it. You can mix and match. The one thing I do like about Pocket Pennant Run, even without even messing with it so far, is you can either play it, right, if you're playing in the dead ball era, they've got everything set up for the dead ball era on one side, and then after 1920, right, live ball, if you want to call it that, whatever. I do really, really, really like that, and the fact that it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to mix and match, and you can be damn sure I'm going to be doing some what ifs and some cards and dice. So, but I will pick a season to replay. I just don't know what it'll be yet. All right. Anyhow, who cares? Here's Chick Shorten, at least what I'm going to do. Chick Shorten is 0 for 1. Erskine Meyer with the 1-2 pitch. And Chick Shorten looks at a cold strike 3. Nice curveball there. Coming in knee high. So that's the 3rd strikeout issued by Erskine Meyer. And that will bring up the center fielder, Tilly Walker, who was nothing for 1. Meyer deals. Walker, first pitch swinging, good contact on this, deep fly ball to center field, and this one is off the wall. Tilly Walker is in there for a 1-out double. So Boston now, each team with 4 hits, that's the 4th hit for the Red Sox, and it brings up Larry Gardner, who is 1 for 1. Walker leads off second. Here's the 2-0 delivery. Gardner swings, and this one lined into center field, but measuring it up and bringing it down is Possum Witted. Tagging and going to third is Tilly Walker. So 2 down, and Boston with the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 4th, just 90 feet away. It brings up Duffy Lewis. Meyer deals from the stretch. Lewis sacrificed bunt last time and swing and miss. This time on the fastball. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left in scoring position. No score here, fans, as we go to the top of the 5th at Fenway Park. 1916 Boston Red Sox versus the 1915 Philadelphia Phillies. All right, Bert Niehoff now. Of course, these teams met. How about that in the 1915 series? Pretty cool. All right, Bert Niehoff now. Nothing for 1. Babe Ruth has struck out 1 and walked 1. The full count coming to Bert Niehoff. Here it comes. And that one missing inside. Babe Ruth trying to drop the hammer, and inside and low for ball 4. All right, that brings up Erskine Meyer. Corners in. There's a slight shift to the left in the outfield. Here's the wind and the pitch. Erskine Meyer showing bunt. Gets one down the first base line. And making the play is Blitzel, and he'll fire to McNally covering at second. The sacrifice moves Bert Niehoff into scoring position for Philadelphia here in the top of the 5th. Back at the top of the order now, and Possum Whitted, the center fielder's nothing for 2, made a great outfield assist to gun down Duffy Lewis earlier in the game. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Babe Ruth once again coming with the gas for a second strikeout. So 2 away, and that will be Milt Stock now striding to the plate and standing in the right side of the batter's box. 1 for 2. Stock swings in the first pitch. Slow roller to short. And gloving it out there at the number 6 position is Everett Scott, and he will fire onto Blitzel for the 6-3 putout. So just a walk in the inning, a runner left in scoring position, bottom of the 5th. We are still scoreless. Bernie says, Beatles, not many runs yesterday and today. I know, that game yesterday was nuts. Best ending ever, though. I will take that ending over a walk-off home run any day. How about it, cousin? Damn. I was thinking that it's like, okay, is the AI, is the manager going to call that play? Because that would just be perfect dead ball, and I'll be damned. It just happened. It was, like, beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. So to the people that discount dead ball baseball, I say bafangustunad. Yeah, and cousin, you know enough Portuguese to know what I just said in Italian, so. All right. And even if you don't, the bafangul, everybody should know what that means. All right, here's Pinch Thomas now. He'll lead it off for the Red Sox, followed by Everett Scott and Mike McNally. Meyer has fanned 4 in this game. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Pinch Thomas pinches this one out into left field. This is going to get down for a base hit. All right, so Thomas aboard now as Duffy Lewis plays that ball on the hop. Here's Everett Scott, nothing for 1. Thomas, conservative lead off of first. Erskine Meyer with the check of the runner. Here's the pinch home, and there goes the runner. How about it? Pinch Thomas is safe. So he gets his first steal of the season, and we are past the halfway point. So a runner in scoring position here for Boston. Nobody out. And the 0-2 pitch to Everett Scott. Scott swings, and this one lined into left field, base hit. And Pinch Thomas had to hold up. Wasn't sure whether that ball was going to be caught. Strong throw in from left field will hold Pinch Thomas at third. So runners at the corners for the Boston Red Sox. Nobody out, and Mike McNally strides to the plate. He is nothing for 1. Meyer from the stretch in the 2-2 pitch. McNally swings, and this one blooped to left. And the catch made in left field by Bills Becker. Pinch Thomas thought about running on that, but they hold Pinch Thomas. So 1 down. Erskine Meyer in a bit of a jam here, baseball fans. And standing in now at the plate is Babe Ruth, and he is 1 for 1. Meyer from the stretch, full count to Ruth. Ruth swings and drilled down the right field line for extra bases. So Ruth is going to make 2, and coming around third, the The throw hitting the cutoff man, and they're going to try for third and safe all the way around. Babe Ruth picks up the 2 RBI double and makes it to third on the play. And the Boston Red Sox lead 2-0 in the bottom of the fifth. One down, Ruth at third. And let's have another look at that shot by Babe Ruth down the right field line. Yep. All right, so Ruth on at third, 2-0 Red Sox, bottom of the fifth. And we're back at the top of the order, and first baseman Dick Hablitzel. He is nothing in 2 tries. Meyer from the stretch. And Hablitzel swings. This one grounded to second and booted at second. So Fred Niehoff dropping the ball. Babe Ruth will score on the error. Are they calling it an error? No, make no throw. They're not calling it an error. They're giving it a hit. So Dick Hablitzel gets the RBI single. Interesting. Okay. Ruth comes in to score. 3-0 Red Sox. Still 1 out. And Chick Shorten will bat now, as he wrests a stick of ash from the old barrel. Here's the pitch. And the runner goes on the pitch, so the hit and run was on. Base hit into right field. Beautifully executed. Gavy Kravitz up with it and gets it, fires it into Hablitzel at second, or fires it in, and Hablitzel will make third on the hit and run play. So Boston getting a little aggressive here now. Chick Shorten at first, Dick Hablitzel on at third. Here's Tilly Walker. 1 for 2 for Tilly Walker. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Walker swings, and this one twisting foul on the right side, and making the catch is Gavy Kravitz. Tagging at third and scoring is Dick Hablitzel. So all of a sudden now the Boston Red Sox in 1916 have tallied 4 here and breaking it open in the bottom of the fifth. So ends the big bunch of zeros. Getting worried in that game last night and then tonight whether these baseball games were saying, dude, what's up? Anyhow, Bernie says one thing that he's noticed about the beautiful grass on these dead ball fields, especially real life grass, was really worn out. Oh yeah, it definitely was. And Ken, I'm just mentioning the movie just because of this bit of accuracy that he had. So if you see the movie 8 Men Out, you definitely see that. Got to give at least some credit there, to the director for making sure that that ballpark really had that very worn kind of outfield and infield, and yeah, I really like to see that. So, and I won't mention that movie anymore because Ken will blow a gasket. All right. Yeah, the out of the park dead ball strategy, unbelievable. It really is, Bernie. I'm really glad you're noticing that as well. It plays dead ball just right out of the rip so very well, and most people who play this game are not going to experience that, which is kind of sad. I honestly, Bernie, I made when Ken and I created this. Ken is my witness. I made no changes to any managers whatsoever. This is out of the park doing it. So yeah, Ken's laughing. So that's the only thing I want to say. I got to give John Sayles credit in the movie. At least for that. You really, it felt like, I mean, you just see pictures of those parks, and he got it right. Nothing pristine about a dead ball park, that's for sure. All right. Anyhow, here's number 4 hitter Larry Gardner. The onslaught continues. Red Sox 4-9-0. The Phillies 0-4-0. Erskine Meyer ready to deal now. And the runner goes. The throw to second. And they got Chick Shorten. So one dead duck out there in second base. However, the Red Sox plate 4. And we head to the top of the 6th inning. The Red Sox 4 and the Phillies nothing. Phillies need to win this game to be in a tie with the 1902 Pirates for first place. Again, the Pirates will be facing the 1910 Philadelphia Athletics. So Cousin Ken, I had it wrong. I thought they were facing the Phillies, but it's the Athletics. All right, Fred Luteris, Gavy Kravitz, and Bills Becker due up for the Quakers. Luteris is 1 for 2 in the game. Babe Ruth has fan 2 and walk 2. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Luteris swings, and this one, a seeing eye single up the middle for a base hit. Yep, a seeing eye single for a base hit. You can tell it's late. All right. So Luteris aboard with decent speed, and here is our player of note tonight, Gavy Kravitz, 1 for 2. The 1-2 delivery from Babe Ruth. Kravitz swings, and this one grounded to second, 4-6, but they're not going to get the 3. So good hard slide breaks up the double play. Gavy Kravitz aboard in the fielder's choice, though it was not the fielder's choice to be put on his arse, that's for sure. And brings up Bills Becker, nothing for 2. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And quick snap throw down to first. This one rolling out into right field. So Pinch Thomas with a good heads-up play, but giving Gavy Kravitz a bit of a gift. They tried to catch Kravitz napping, and Hablitzel unable to get to that ball. Score that one E2. Let's have a look again at that. Those are always fun. So Thomas with a quick snap throw down to first, which of course you can't see because of the stupid... look at it with a regular replay by play. So here we go. Watch this quick snap. Kravitz back, but the ball gets by Hablitzel, and there you go. Kravitz out at the Keystone sack. All right. So the Phils with a runner in scoring position now. Becker in there, and the 3-1 pitch to Bills Becker. Becker swings. This one grounded deep to second, and they're going to have Bills Becker easily as Mike McNally makes the 4-3 putout. Gavy Kravitz moves to third on the play, but 2 away for the Phillies for Rabbit Killefer. The catcher's 1 for 1. Here's the line to end the pitch. And Killefer grounds this one back to Ruth at the mound. Ruth will go to first. The Blitzel makes the catch and the out. 1 hit, 1 error. Phillies do not take advantage. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Red Sox 4, the Phillies nothing. Thank you guys for joining me. I know it's a bit late for some dead ball baseball in the Castro-McGregor League. Larry Gardner, Duffy Lewis, and Pinch Thomas will bat for the Boston 9. Erskine Meyer has set down 4 on strikes thus far today. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Larry Gardner. Gardner swings. This one hard hit to second base, and a great stop by Bert Niehoff, but unable to get it out of his glove. And they're going to give Gardner the infield hit, deservedly so. Great play out there at second. There's no way you're going to get to that ball, and that thing would have rolled all the way to the wall, probably for extra bases. So nice play out there at second by Bert Niehoff for these Philadelphia Phillies. But Larry Gardner, nonetheless, is aboard, and Boston now in double digits in hits with 10. Duffy Lewis, 0 for 1, digs in. Meyer ready to deal. The 0-1 pitch, and the runner goes. Meyer gets the bunt down. Yep, so Gardner goes. Duffy Lewis is out, so that's a sacrifice. Gardner goes to second, and Meyer now to face Pinch Thomas. So the catcher, he's perfect 2 for 2 today. We've seen Pinch Thomas mainly in pinch hitting roles in this season, but getting the start today here for Boston. Meyer kicks and fires the 0-1. Pinch Thomas swings. It's not going to be a 3 for 3 day, though, as this one is gloved by Bobby Byrne. 1 easy motion, fires on to first to retire Thomas for the second out of the inning. Gardner remains at second for Everett Scott, who is 1 for 2. The Boston shortstop stands in, ready to go, and Erskine Meyer deals. And this one just a little flare into left field, and that's Bills Becker calling for to make the catch. So the 6th is over. The Red Sox get a hit, leave a runner in scoring position. We go to the 7th. Boston 4, Philadelphia nothing. So Babe Ruth with a 4-hitter or a 5-hitter right now. Ruth will face Bobby Byrne, Bert Niehoff, and Erskine Meyer. Bobby Byrne nothing for 2. Babe Ruth winds, and the 1-2 from the lefty, and this one base hit to right field. This one bounces past to Blitzel, and Bobby Byrne is aboard. That's hit number 6 for the Phils. So Bernie's asking Ken, and I just repeat these in case anybody's cashing it after, may have that question. It says, Ken, are you able to download rosters into Ballstat? I've tried to find that website without success. It's a good question for cards and dice guys who don't use Digital Diamond as a companion or whatever. Or even if you do, it's a good stat compiler, right? All right, Ruth deals. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and there goes the runner. This one bunted down the first base line, and God, it just does my heart good to see how this game plays dead ball. All right, Niehoff is out, but he gets the sacrifice, and Bobby Byrne moves into scoring position. The Phillies definitely want to at least get something other than a goose egg up on the scoreboard here in the 7th. Erskine Meyer, nothing for one. The 1-1 pitch from Ruth to his mound opponent. Last time sacrifice bunt. This time flare into left for a base hit. A little dying quail out there. As the strong throw comes in from Duffy Lewis. So the Phillies mounting a bit of a threat here in the top of the 7th here at Fenway Park. Bobby Byrne at third, Erskine Meyer at first. And we're back at the top of the order, and Possum Whitted, who is nothing for 3. Ruth from the stretch, and the 0-1 to the center fielder. And Whitted swings on this one, grounded to third, and that's going to be a 5-4, and that's it. And Bobby Byrne comes in to score. So Philadelphia finally does get on the board. It is 4-1 here in the top of the 7th inning. 2 down. Milt Stock comes to the plate. Possum Whitted, pretty fast out there, the center fielder on at first base. Stock 1 for 3 on the day. Ruth ready to deal. Checks the runner at first and comes home with it. And Stock sends this one into left field. Base hit. So now the Phillies coming alive here late. And Possum Whitted slides in head first. The tag, the dust settles, and he is safe. So runners at the corners for the Phillies. 2 down here in the top of the 7th. And Fred Luderus will bat, having a good day at the plate. He is 2 for 3. Ruth from the stretch and the pitch. Luderus swings, hard ground ball to second in plenty of time for Mike McNally to make the play onto Blitzel. So that does it here in the 7th, but the Phillies pick up a run. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's Boston 4 and Philadelphia 1. So Ken answering says, yes, Bernie, Retro Sheet has every roster. Also, Ballstat has most up until 2008. So you love about this community. It's people answering questions, helping each other out. La familia. All right, Mike McNally, Babe Ruth, Dick Blitzel due up for the 1916 Red Sox. Meyer ready to deal. McNally flied out his last time up, swung on, and this one a rain bringer on the infield, twisting over toward the third base side and making the catch is Milt Stock, squeezing it for out number 1. Babe Ruth now. He is 2 for 2 with 2 runs batted in, and no, it was not in a home run. Here is the pitch. It was a 2-run double by Ruth. And Ruth swats this one out to center field. Deep center field. Not a home run. And making a great play. Possum Whitted making a nice grab out there in center field. So Ruth gets good contact on that ball, but Whitted runs it down. 2 down now. And back at the top of the order for Boston and Dick Blitzel, who is 1 for 3, including a run batted in. Meyer with the 1-2 delivery to Blitzel. Blitzel swings. This one just a routine roller to short. And making that play is Bobby Burns. So the Sox go in order. We go to the top of the 8th. It's Boston 4 and Philadelphia 1. In this almost rematch of the 1915 World Series. All right. There we go. Ken putting in the link there to Retro Sheet. Love Retro Sheet, man. All kinds of great articles in Retro Sheet, too, by the way. So it's not just for stats anymore. Anyhow, Gabby Kravitz, Beals Becker, and Rabbit Killefer. Babe Ruth ready to deal. Here is the 1-0 pitch to Gabby Kravitz. Kravitz swings on this ball, and a little 2 bouncer to third. And Gardner making the easy 5-3 putout. All right, Beals Becker. Nothing for 3 today. One down. The 1-0 pitch from Ruth to Becker. Becker swings. This one rolled deep to second out on the outfield grass. Making the play is Mike McNally, and he will fire on to Dick Blitzel for the 4-3 putout. So 2 up, 2 down here for Philadelphia in the top of the 8th inning, and it brings up Bill Killefer. The Rabbit is 1 for 2. Babe Ruth deals. And Killefer swinging on the first pitch, grounded deep to short, taking a room service bounce. Nope, short hopped actually. I'm sorry. Bad look by me there, guys. Everett Scott not able to make the play, holds on to the ball, and that is going to be an infield single for Rabbit Killefer. Looked like a good bounce from up here, but on closer inspection, looks like the ball short hopped Scott, and he wisely holds on to the ball rather than trying to ignite these Philadelphia Phillies. Bobby Byrne now, who is 1 for 3. Babe Ruth with a check to Killefer at first. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Bobby Byrne swings. This one a dying Quail to right, and Chick Shorten on the run makes the catch. So the Phillies pick up a hit, and they strand a runner. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and the score is still the Red Sox 4 and the Phillies 1. Chick Shorten, Tilly Walker, Larry Gardner due up. Erskine Meyer with the 1-2 pitch. And Shorten sends this one out into center field for a base hit. So Boston picking up its 11th base knock in the game. And Tilly Walker now, he's 1 for 2 with a run batted in. Hey, there's Cooney 007. Do you have your voice back yet, my friend? Here's the pitch. And this one swung on. Tilly Walker sending this out into right field. Routine play for Beals Becker. He will reel that fish in for out number 1. Chick Shorten returns to first. Larry Gardner now 2 for 3. Erskine Meyer with a check of the runner. And the 2-2 comes home to Gardner. Gardner swings. Grounded to short. Will they turn 2? They will not. So Bobby Byrne with a clean move over to Bert Niehoff, but Niehoff unable to make the throw to first. So Larry Gardner on in the fielder's choice. 1 away, 2 down for Duffy Lewis, who is nothing for 1. Duffy Lewis swings. Slow roller to third, but up within plenty of time is Milt Stock for the 5-3 putout. The Red Sox get a hit. They strand one. We go to the 9th. Philadelphia, 3 more chances to try to close this 3-run deficit, and Philadelphia will send up Niehoff, Meyer, and Whitted. Niehoff flashing the leather for Philadelphia today, but not much at the dish. He is 0 for 1. Babe Ruth with the 1-2 delivery. Here's the pitch. And swung on, and this one will get down for a base hit. So here we go. Bert Niehoff gives Philadelphia its 10th hit here in the 9th inning. And we will see a pinch hitter now in Dode Paskert. Paskert hitting just 181 in the season, 10 runs batted in for him. Niehoff with excellent speed. Pinch Thomas, not the strongest arm behind the dish. In fact, but Pinch Thomas got his first stolen base of the season in this game. Babe Ruth with the 1-2 delivery. Paskert swings. This one grounded to the right. Diving stop at second, but able to get to the ball is Mike McNally. So a diving stop, and they're going to award the infield single. All right. So sometimes with out-of-the-park baseball, you do have to look at the play-by-play because sometimes the infield singles look like errors. So good stop out there by McNally. 2 on for Philadelphia. And the tying run comes to the plate, and leadoff hitter Possum Whitted. He does have an RBI in this game. He's 0 for 4 overall. Speedy Bert Niehoff at second, and just about as speedy Dode Paskert on at first. Babe Ruth with a check of the lead runner Niehoff at second. He comes home with it now. And this one is going to be a wild pitch. This one gets past Pinch Thomas, going all the way to the backstop. No, it's a pass ball. It's a pass ball. So Niehoff moves to third. Dode Paskert moves to second now. 2 in scoring position for the Philadelphia Phillies. Nobody out. Ruth from the stretch and the 1-2 pitch to Possum Whitted, who grounded out his last time up. He's going to ground to short this time. They're going to throw home, and they got him. Wow, Everett Scott, nice heads-up play at short to get Bert Niehoff. So that cuts down the run. Runners at the corners now, 1 out. Dode Paskert at third. Possum Witted at first for Milt Stock. Stock, 2 for 4 today. Can he keep it alive for these Philadelphia Phillies? Babe Ruth brings it home from the stretch. Milt Stock swings, and this one, a little blooper into right center for a base hit. And Stock is going to pick up an RBI, and the Phillies have just cut this Red Sox lead in half. It's now 4-2. Possum Witted at second, Milt Stock at first. And here's Fred Luderus now. Luderus is 2 for 4. Phillies raising some hell here in the top of the ninth, trying to get back in this ball game. We were scoreless to the bottom of the fifth, and Boston bunching its 4 runs in that inning. Philadelphia a run in the seventh and 1 here in the ninth. Babe Ruth delivers to Fred Luderus. Luderus swings, and this one a soft floater out into center field, and getting into sights is Tilly Walker. So 2 away, and it's down to our player of note, Gabby Kravitz, and once again, he was the home run king of the dead ball era. Ken Kravitz with 1 swing of the bat put the Phillies on top. Ruth ready to deal. Has the sign from Pinch Thomas. Here's the 1-2 delivery to Gabby Kravitz. Kravitz, big swing and a miss. Babe Ruth ends it with a big old strikeout. So pretty good ball game here. Let's do our recap. The 1916 Red Sox beat the 1915 Phillies in the strength of starter Babe Ruth's fine effort. The left-hander led his team to a win, 4-2. Ruth went 9 innings to notch the win. He scattered 12 hits, walked 2, and struck out 3. His record now improves to 10 wins, 7 losses. And the Red Sox sit in 11th place in the Wagner division with a record of 28-29. The Red Sox grabbed the momentum in the bottom of the fifth when Ruth, who's tied for 4th in the major leagues with 1 save, hit a 2-run double, his 3rd double of the season, put the Red Sox out in front 2-0. So the Red Sox improved to 28-29. For them, 4 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. The 1915 Phillies fall to 35 wins, 25 losses, 2 runs, 12 hits, and no errors for them. Player of the game is Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth struck out 3, walked 2. Erskine struck out 4 and didn't walk anybody. All right, so there we go. The other big game coming up here on the channel, not tonight, but it'll be the 1902 Pirates against the 1910 Athletics. So the Athletics 1 game below 500, 29-30. The Bucks at 36-23. It'll be Eddie Plank versus Jack Chisbro. So this is a game that I would do even if it really didn't mean anything in the standings, just for Plank and Chisbro. 2 Hall of Famers going to be locking up in that one, and 2 really excellent teams. So we're going to have a quick look at the standings, and then we'll make like sheep and get the flock out of here. And thank you guys for coming in. All right, in the Radbourne Castro division, the 1894 Baltimore Orioles in first place, a game up in the 1899 Superbas. In third place, the 1899 Philadelphia Phillies, just 1.5 back. The 1888 Pittsburgh Alleghenies at 38-19, 4.5 out. The 1887 Detroit Wolverines at 36-24, 8 games back, and at 8.5 back, the 1888 Giants, and then everybody else in double digits in games back. In the Wagner-McGregor side of things, the 1902 Pirates now 1.5 up on the 1915 Philadelphia Phillies, 2.5 back the 1914 Miracle Braves, 3 games back are the 1916 Brooklyn Robins. The 1905 Giants, 3.5 back the 1908 Naps, 4.5 out, and at 5.5 out the 1907 Tigers, the 1906 White Sox, at 6.5 back the 1913 Nationals. 7 back are the 1910 Athletics, the 1916 Red Sox, and at 9.5 out the 1918 Cubs. The dead ball side of things, the Wagner side of things, this is going to be, it's going to be tight going all the way down. So But I'm liking the three-team race there in the 19th century as well. So this is a lot of fun as we continue with this league. Why does Plank have an 0-0 record? I have no idea. Let's look at Gettysburg Eddie Plank. Let's go to these athletics and let's see, or as Robert says, athletics. Let's see what's going on with him. Pitching. Well, because I have no idea. He's only worked a third of an inning, so I'm not sure what's going on. He's unhappy. He's very unhappy with the team, so not sure what's going on with Gettysburg Eddie. Let's see. What's going on with you, Eddie? Yeah, he's not done too much here. Just looking at his. He's hardly worked. And does he have any injuries? No injuries. So not sure. Let's look at his BNN page here. In his last 10. So the most he's worked, cousin, was against the Phillies, and and he picked up the save. It looks like he might be. I don't know if he's being used. See, he hasn't started any games. He's picked up one save. I wonder if he's being used in a relief role. That's what it looks like. So, yeah, weird. Yeah, the 19th century really is a shit show. So Bernie giving me some great Pirate trivia. He said the Pirates won 2 World Series on this day in October. Clemente homered in the 1971 series, and Stargell homered. Well, we weren't in the 1982 series, so I think you mean the 1979 series. But that's awesome. Had no idea. How about that? Love it. Bernie Strom also putting in some nice Bucko stuff in Discord for me. So thank you, Bernie. I'll have to return the favor to you with some Red Sox. Let's just one more thing I love to do that just makes my heart happy with out of the park baseball. Let's look at the league newspaper. Let's see what's going on here. So let's see. Addy Joss picked up a shutout. Bobby Wallace also pitches a shutout. Cy Young will stay in Cleveland for the 1895 Spiders, so they'll be able to keep Cy Young. And I'm not going to read all the stories. Oh, hey, Paul Hines here for the 1884 Grays. Here we go. So his hitting streak now stands at 20 games after collecting 2 hits at Messer Street grounds today, and that was that 5-4 win over the 1894 Orioles. So Paul Hines doing it up for Providence. Ed Delahanty is out with an injury. Joe Connolly is listed day to day. What else is big? Delahanty is just crazy in this league. He's doing so great, right? And he had that great All-Star game. So Ty Cobb wins the home run challenge. Anyhow, I strongly suggest if you're doing season replay, don't forget about these awesome the awesome newspaper, as it's just a lot of fun, and also this beautiful stats page that if you're doing a replay that has the entirety of baseball, you can actually go through the entirety of baseball and see everything. So anyhow, that's it. Oh, man, I love it too, cousin. I don't know what made us do it that night, but it was like, guys, I have no intel on what's going on with the Shanks League. That's really Big Clue and Steve Tate kind of running that. And I think Steve's on vacation. I saw a Big Clue in Legends stream last night. He made one comment or something. So I don't know what's going on with that. But I'm hoping, guys, if you are interested, and I'll keep saying this in broadcasts moving forward, if you're interested in managing in the McGreevy League, again, you can just stop your involvement just after the draft, or you can get as deeply involved as you would like. Just let me know. So we can move forward. I know that a few of you said you want to try it, even though I know it's 1880 to 1919 with no Babe Ruth, but I think it'll be fun. I think it was Big Clue that commented about sort of penalizing Babe Ruth, but when we did the first McGreevy League, we really felt that somebody gets 1918, 1919 Babe Ruth, that's going to really kind of tough. So because you can play Ruth every day, so we decided, maybe correctly, maybe incorrectly, who knows, but the Bambino not going to be in this league again. So anyhow. Uh, oh, you mean, yeah, the newspapers now, the Park Citaway. They're really cool. You know what though? I wonder if there's a way to generate like a little website with them or something. I don't know, but that would be fun. You're absolutely right. So, all right, guys, that is it. Postseason baseball in 2023, pretty damned exciting. So the Rangers, I guess, play tomorrow, and the Phillies, they just keep on rocking. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I just have to look at first the leaders just quickly in the Ken Castro League here. This is 19th century. Delahanty at a 508 average. I mean, we're over halfway through now. Remember, 19th century baseball. So, Lajoie straddling both, though. But so Lajoie here with Philadelphia with a 736 slugging percentage. But look at Delahanty. He's everywhere. 128 hits. His OPS is 1.296. Good God, he's everywhere. I gotta fix the Roy Thomas picture. And who's doing it up in the McGregor League? So George Stovall leading with a 364 average. Gavin Kravitz with a 613 slugging percentage. George Stovall with 86 hits. Gavin Kravitz leading the league with 12 home runs. Closest to him is Ty Cobb with 7. Kravitz also 1.039 OPS. Pretty cool to see. Who's our base stealer? Eddie Collins. Eddie Collins. Steady Eddie. Actually tied with him is Clyde Milan of the Washington Nationals. Ty Cobb with 23. I don't see Wagner. Wagner not doing much, man. What are you doing, Wagner? Let's see what he's doing in this league really quickly before we call it quits. This is one of those nights I want to do baseball all night. But I won't. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. And let's look at the Bucks. Pittsburgh Pirates. There we go. All right. So he's leading the Pirates in stolen bases with 17 and a batting average of 338. All right. Flying Dutchman doing pretty well. That's all I wanted to see. All right. Guys, thank you very much to Bernie Strom, to my partner in crime, heart and soul of this channel, Cousin Ken Castro. Sakuni 007, hope you do get your voice back. Bernie, hope you get to feeling better. Check out Bernie's channel, Sakuni 007's channel as well. Tex Ag 75, intrepid Cubs fan, an all-around good guy. And I think, do we get Aaron Reed was in here. Clinton Parks, the professor, was in here. Thank you both guys very much for coming in. Clinton, thank you for the box score you sent me that you always do. Bernie was first in the ballpark tonight. All right, Bernie hoping to be better by this Friday, the 20th. So let's get some Bernie Strom baseball action. Until the next time, guys, see you around the batting cage. And thank you very much for showing up tonight. Good night.